What was it like when you received a phone call from detectives?
Horrendous, heartbreaking, soul-destroying.
It was January the 15th that she got the call. A call she'll never forget. The information from police, her 2 daughters, aged between 9 and 12, had been targeted online by a paedophile.
Did you guys think initially this person was a friend?
Yeah, I thought it was an 11-year-old girl who just wanted to make some friends and be like friends with someone to talk to if they were bored or something. Yes, we had a lot in common apparently, and we got along really well, and sometimes would even have matching favourite colours.
We hear a lot about the dangers of social media from police and, more recently, even the Prime Minister. But what's unique about this story is that we'll hear from a mother about what happened to her 2 school-aged daughters when they trusted a person online that they didn't know. And we'll hear from the girls themselves who wanted to bravely speak out as a warning to other children.
What is your message to other parents in New Zealand?
That this is very real.
A very real story that this mum says will have a lifelong impact.
How did you feel as a mum when you found out about this?
It hit me like a train. Just the shock, disgust.
And she says before you jump to conclusions and blame poor parenting, think again. Her daughters were first introduced to an apparently cool 11-year-old Australian girl long before they had a cell phone and access to the internet.
My daughters were in the school library when another student approached them and was telling them about this platform by the name of Zoomerang, and that they had posted up these videos of just dancing and doing makeup, for example, and their little short video stints. And this 11-year-old girl from Australia was liking her videos and commenting, and this continued for 3 months. At that time, my daughters did not have access to devices.
So they'd just seen their friend's account and the dance videos and this person from Australia liking those videos.
Correct.
But they thought this is quite cool.
Yes.
She eventually got the girls' cell phones for safety reasons. As a single mum, she wanted her girls to be able to call her anytime, especially while walking home from school. She took precautions before agreeing to download any social media apps.
So they asked if they could have Zoomerang, and I talked to some of the other mothers, and they had no particular issues as far as they were aware. And so they created an account. Because they had already been introduced to this profile of an 11-year-old girl from Australia, they instantly thought, well, this person must be great. They're liking my friend's videos. Let's add them as a friend. And that is how the communication started with this particular predator.
Because they were not actually in Australia, nor were they an 11-year-old girl.
Correct.
The person liking their dance videos was actually a 36-year-old Wellington man, a man who preyed on the vulnerability of these preteen girls.
So this person would message quite a lot?
Yeah.
Unbeknown to their mum, the man masquerading as a friendly 11-year-old coached the girls on how to set up different accounts, including the chat platform Discord, video sharing platform Snapchat, and the encrypted text service Telegram.
And putting them onto platforms where the data is very much encrypted, and deletion of files is almost instant, so there's no tracking there.
So it was a deliberate tactic by him.
Correct.
To cover his tracks.
Correct.
How quickly did this person then start suggesting that your girls sent him explicit images or video? How did that begin?
Once he realised that the girls had this connection with what they thought was an 11-year-old, he felt safe to start requesting and sending inappropriate material. It starts as something as small as show me a picture of a crop top you've got, and then it becomes the dressing becomes less, or the what they're wearing obviously becomes less.
The predator colluded with other pedophiles.
So strategizing with peers of similar age, being adults, how to best get this information covertly. He downloaded it and shared it amongst many other victims and adult peers.
So it was shared globally?
Correct.
And how does that make you feel as their mum?
Horrified. That's not going away. It's out there now. There's no getting that back.
Then came the threats to ensure the girls didn't tell anyone and kept supplying sexually explicit content.
He requested the information, but then would provide consequences if the information was not provided. And those consequences included, if you don't provide this, I'm going to tell your sister this, or I'm going to tell your mother or father this. I'll report you to the app and get you blocked. And from a child's perspective, being blocked from the app is huge.
Did he also instruct your girls what to say if you started asking questions?
He did, yes.
And what was that advice?
To show the parent the kind, genuine friend that they were being, not the other material that was going on behind the scenes.
Did you feel bullied by this bad man?
Yes. Yes.
Did he tell you not to tell your mum about anything?
Yes. Yeah.
And what did you think about that?
I thought that was a bit weird, but I am only a bit young, so I didn't really understand because we hadn't learnt much about cyberbullying and stuff yet, so I didn't really know what to do.
There was shock and disbelief when the girl's friend was unmasked.
And what did you think when your mum told you guys that your friend was a man?
I was pretty shocked and mostly pretty disgusted, but most of it was shock, a little bit of anger, a bit of sadness. I was in tears, I was angry, and I felt like it was all surprising. I didn't think it was real.
You didn't think it was real?
Yeah.
Because this person you trusted?
Yes.
The 36-year-old has pleaded guilty to a raft of charges.
Does it end for you and your girls just because this guy's now convicted?
Not at all. We have ongoing counselling. My daughters are having nightmares. They don't trust easily anymore.
Despite the harm caused, she and her girls spoke to the Herald to educate and empower others.
My message for other kids is that to stay safe out there, and if you notice anything unusual or strange, you should tell a parent or a guardian or the adult who's closest by immediately. My message is if you're talking to someone that says that they're the same, and then they ask you for something, block them immediately and tell someone, because it might result in something bad.
The advice from their mother: talk openly with your children and do it often.
We live in a very digital, demanding world now, where technology is part of a child's upbringing, and if we're realistic about it, they will have access, and it's no longer an if this happens, it's more of a when. Make a child feel safe to approach you or to another adult. Reinforce that they are not the ones in trouble. There is nothing that they have done wrong.
A lot of people would think, it won't happen to me, it won't happen to my kids. What do you think of that idea?
The she'll be right attitude's got to go. It's no longer right, and it's a playing field for predators that we never had before these platforms.